वाह, कितने सुंदर फूल है। वाह, हमें स्टार्टिंग में ही इतने सुंदर फूल बन गए, मिल गए, है ना? कितनी अच्छी बात, बोलो।
देखो अमरूद है, आलू का ये वाला फ्लेवर।
ये काली मिर्च तो लगी है।
दिखाओ कहाँ? ये क्या है?
कौन शॉट? ये पकड़ो, ठीक है? मच्छर का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है।
दो।
You can see all shorter trees are there, right? So all these like a coffee trees. Okay. So the thing is that it don't go much bigger. It goes max to max like a 10 to 12 feet height. Okay. So right now we have like more than 14,000 coffee trees in this estate. A 22-acre land. Okay. But in that we just made a like 106 meters work. So in that we have like more than 14,000 coffee trees. And you guys yearly once we get this coffee beans and like harvesting season, December, January, February is the harvesting season. You know, harvest has been done now just 3 months ago. Okay. See here, you know guys, entire world we have only 2 types of coffee trees, but in shop you'll get more than 100 varieties of coffee powder. So doesn't doesn't mean that we like 100 types of coffee trees are there. Okay, so we have only 2 types of coffee trees. So this is one of the varieties of this variety called the robusta. You can see bigger tree, right? So this is like a robusta. So here robusta is for filter coffee, and this is another variety here. So this variety we call that arabica. So Arabica is for an instant, as well as we can make filters like a brew, Nescafe, Sundays. You know guys, all these are from coffee Arabica. So we can consume this coffee Arabica in any climatic condition, like hot, cold, any climatic condition, you know. We can consume this coffee Arabica just because you know it has less caffeine content less in that coffee Arabica. Almost that Arabica has like 1.2 up to 1.8% caffeine. If you have 100 grams of coffee beans, you know, in that it contains like 1.2 up to 1.8% caffeine. So in India, most of the people they prefer coffee Arabica just because of less caffeine. Robusta coffee in this cold climate, so here the best coffee, and then we export the Robusta coffee to some other cold countries. So we cannot consume that coffee in either hot climate just because you know it generates more heat. It has more caffeine. Our Robusta has like 2.6 up to 3.8, and here it is like 1.2 up to 1.8. Almost like 3 times more caffeine than Arabica that Robusta has. And in food, you know guys, you'll find different types of different brands of coffee in some hotel or restaurant. But in that you know like Coor special filter coffee is there. So that is almost like a Robusta coffee. So Coor is mainly known for Robusta, but Arabica any climatic condition we can consume. But one thing guys, you know Arabica is more expensive than Robusta in India. Just because of high demand and more consumption, Robusta is more bitter, more stronger than Arabica, just because of high caffeine. Okay, see, you can see some coffee beans are there, right? So those are like coffee beans. Okay. Okay, it will take another 3 to 4 months to become a ripe. Okay, it goes a little more bigger now. See here, yeah. So as I said, yearly once we get this coffee beans, right? And harvesting season, December, January, February is the harvesting season. Okay. So when it become ripe, you know, so that coffee beans it turns into red. I mean, like this. See here. Okay. Like a coffee beans. Okay. So yeah, when it turns into red, we just collect that red coffee beans. Okay. Then we just dry it under sunlight for like a 12 to 15 days. After sun dry, you know, yeah. After sun dry, you know that hurling processing is there. You know, hurling the peel off. I mean, removing that shell through by machine. After peel off, you know, guys, inside we get 2 beans. In that single pods, we get 2 beans. So like dicots. It's not a monocot. Okay. After that, we have to do roast around like 160 to 170 degree temperature, and then finally just make a powder. So that's the processing. I mean, we just collect the red coffee beans, then we just dry it for like 20 15 days, and then we just peel up through the machine, and then we just roast it over like 160 to 170 degree temperature, then powder. Okay. So guys, now you can smell this coffee trees, leaves, beans, whatever. But now does it smell like coffee? You know what some people they do here? You know they come and they smell this coffee trees, leaves, beans. They say what man, no smell, nothing is that coffee tree or whatever. So they keep asking like that. But now doesn't smell like coffee. You know only the tea leaves that aroma. If you crush that refresh, you can feel that, but not in that coffee. It means see here, unless until you roast it, you will not get any coffee flour. Okay. After roasting only, you can feel that aroma. After that, when that coffee beans, you know, it becomes brown, turns into brown. That is only the roasted bean. See here you can easily understand. So it's actually a whole episode of coffee, from flower to coffee. So this is a flower. The flower, you know, guys, exactly looks like a jasmine. You know, smells like also jasmine. So this flower, you know, guys, it happened in the month of like February, March. Later, this flower it become dry and it falls automatically. And here, And here we started getting coffee beans like this. Smaller, you can see, right? And then slowly getting bigger, then slowly turns into yellow, and then red. In the month of December, then you find these red coffee beans. After peel off inside, it looks like this. After drying, roasting, powder, then coffee. Basically, whole life cycle of see from here to here, you guys, it takes almost like 8 to 9 months. It means you guys yearly one crop. Okay, guys, you got to know how to make coffee powder. So now I'll tell you the difference between Robusta and then Arabica. See here, once it become ripe, the Robusta turns into red, so this Arabica turns into brown. In the Robusta, that coffee beans
Repeat, please repeat. What did you say?
when it become ripe, the Robusta coffee beans, it turns into red. Arabica turns into brown.
Okay.
In the Robusta, that coffee beans were getting the rounding shape. Arabica oval shape. So red and brown, brown and oval, they're smaller in size and here bigger in size. You know guys, in TV ads, they are show some coffee beans, those are bigger in size and oval shape. All those like Arabica coffee beans, okay? So the Robusta has a more branches, more leaves, less leaves, bigger leaves, smaller leaves. And Robusta, it grows like straw, but just spreads out. Arabica, it goes just straight and tall. Almost goes up like 8 to 10 feet height, but every year we used to cut it. For easy harvest, you know guys, we do all those things, okay? Look at the stem. The Robusta has quite bigger, thicker, harder stem. Arabica, it has thinner, lean, almost it has weak stem. It means see here, in the Robusta everything is bigger, but bean size are bigger, smaller. But here everything is smaller, bean size are bigger. That's the difference, okay? And in the Robusta per tree per year, we are getting around like 7 to 8 kgs of coffee beans per tree per year. Average I'm telling, but some of trees it gives up like 20-15 kgs, but average like 7 to 8 kgs. But in that 7 to 8 kgs, after dry, so hard is around like 3 to 4 kgs only. Like final product like 35 to 40% only we get. In the Arabic like 4 to 5 kgs we get, but after dry 1.5 to 2 kgs only we get. So less yield and here more yield. So the lifespan of Robusta tree almost 120 to 130 years each tree life. You know guys, once we plant, after 4 to 5 years we have started getting first yield. But it gives up to 120 to 130 years. And you guys in Coor, you will find more than 150 years older tree. So with the Britishers planted here, and we still we are getting yield out of that tree. It looks so pretty good. Only so this much height, okay? Then stem becomes so this thick, this harder. Like 200-300 acre bigger estate is there, right? So they will find some older trees. But this Arabic like 40-45 years old. But this estate something like 45 years older estate only. Now this is something 60-70 years older tree, okay, like that. Like it means shorter life and less yield, longer life and more yield. But Arabica is more expensive because of demand and consumption in India. Robusta is more bitter, more stronger than Arabica just because of high caffeine. So guys, you got to know the difference between Robusta and Arabica, and you got to know how to make coffee powder. So you guys just tell me now where you guys find coffee trees in India apart from here. So which are the other states growing coffee? State wise.
Ooty.
What is for what? Tea. Okay, Assam is for tea, Darjeeling is for tea, Sikkim is for tea, Ooty is for tea, even Kerala is for tea and coffee both, but majorly tea in Kerala. I mean like southern part happening in the south part, okay? In the south, you know guys, Karnataka is a major production for coffee. Almost like 82% coffee production is in Karnataka state itself of India, and 14% coffee production is in Kerala state. So 82 plus 14, how much? 82 plus 14?
96.
Remaining? So that is in Tamil Nadu, then Andhra, like Teti, Araku, Kodaikanal, in that eastern Ghat belt we find some of coffee trees, but in that, you know guys, Karnataka is the major. In the Karnataka, Coorg is the capital for coffee. Almost like 60% coffee production is in Coorg district only. So other than Coorg, you guys heard any other place for coffee? You know Chikmagalur, you heard Chikmagalur? Have been there guys?
Yeah.
It's a different
We
district.
crossed Chikmagalur too, on the way to
On the way
Bangalore.
to Bangalore, okay.
Yeah.
Chikmagalur, so here 60%, Chikmagalur 22. So 60 plus 22, 82. But in Coorg here you find more of that Robusta, but in Chikmagalur that is Arabica. You know Siddharth, which is Siddharth Cafe Coffee Day owner, CCD owner, so who committed suicide last 5-6 years ago before COVID.
Yes.
Actually that guy is from Chikmagalur and he is having more than 5,000 acre land in Chikmagalur. Okay? You know guys, in India coffee is famous just because of Siddharth only. You know earlier most of the north people they prefer only tea, not coffee. Because of the CCD and all, you know guys, it becomes trend actually north side, okay. But now his wife is doing well now. She has settled, she has cleared everything, okay, like that. See now in
They have this
both.
tree plants.
Yeah,
both.
in Chikmagalur they have
This
this
one.
Arabic one.
Arabica.
More of that Arabica they have. Here more of Robusta. Okay. So
That
now,
means most of food products are exported.
yes, export to this Robusta.
But in India, most of that Chikmagalur is used in
Used
India.
in India, in Coorg, like Robusta tree, We do export and all. Like, I mean, we just sell it to coffee boards only, so they do all those things, okay, like that. Okay, guys, now, in terms of production wise and quantity wise all over world, you know, guys, India is in which position? So actually, globally, guys, only 84 countries are growing coffee. In that 84 countries, you know, India is in like top 5. I mean, India is in like a 5th position only. In terms of production wise and quantity wise, India is in like a 5th position. I know who is first. Brazil. Second, Vietnam. Third, Colombia. Fourth, Indonesia. Then India. So Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, Indonesia. Then India. So rest of countries are there like Sri Lanka, Argentina, USA, China, Japan, Italy, Uganda, Kenya, Chile, Panama, Cambodia, Cuba, Africa, Ethiopian countries are there, but it won't come under top 5. So now in terms of quality wise, now India stick to third. So quality wise India is in third and quantity wise India is in fifth. I know guys who is first in quality now? Anyway, not in that top 5. That is like Ethiopia. So guys, you heard Ethiopia, right? It's an African country. It's the poorest country in the world. Yeah, but now it's a developing country. Okay. And you guys, why Ethiopian coffee is the best coffee? You know why? Just because you know world's originated coffee is from Ethiopia. So coffee base is Ethiopian. First time coffee discovered by Ethiopia in 11th century. See guys, they have discovered in 11th century, but they didn't know how to use, how to consume. So what would be that coffee? Okay. So between 15th and 16th century, Arab people they did some experiment. Then they shows how to use, how to consume like that. So guys, you know, first time coffee used in 1553. As per recordically, as a drink, they used in 1553. So before 1553, there was no coffee. I mean, no one knows about coffee. After 1553, guys, you know, worldwide, you know, people slowly complain about coffee. So because of origination, we can say that Ethiopian coffee is the best coffee. Always see now land of spices, of course, India, right? In India, which state we call the land of spices? Kerala. But in these days, you know, other countries also they grow spices. But still, we say Indian spices are always best. In that sense, we can say that it. So in that sense, we can say that Ethiopian coffee is the best coffee. Okay. Second column and third is Indian. For production wise, Ethiopia is in 7th position. Now, guys, finally, how coffee came to India? Because you know, guys, coffee and tea, so both are not from India. Okay, guys, you know, so chai from which country originated? कहाँ से था chai? Chai from China, but British people they commercialized it. So coffee, you know, between like 16th and 17th century, like 350 years ago. So there was a person, his name was like Baba Budan. So he's from South India. Okay, you know, guys, what he did? He has smuggled 7 coffee seeds. I mean, he has stolen only 7 coffee seeds from Yemen. From Yemen. Okay. Huh? Yes, Yemen. Yeah, actually, it's a neighbor country of Ethiopia, actually, Yemen, okay? See, actually that guy, you know, Baba Buddha, he was like a Sufi saint. So he been to Mecca. So while he come back, you know, guys, he crossed Yemen. By that time, you know, in those days, Yemen, you know, coffee is very famous. So someone served coffee to Baba Buddha, okay? And you know, Baba Buddha, so he liked it, and then he thought of growing coffee in India. But in those days in Yemen, you know, they were not allowing coffee beans to someone else, as like raw red coffee beans, just because of what you say that. Just because of monopoly की वजह से. See, just because of monopoly, you know, they were not allowing raw, red, even dried coffee beans. But they allowed only roasted beans. But one thing is, you know, the roasted beans you cannot replant. I know what it is. Then he spent some days in Yemen, and then he thoroughly studied about coffee. Okay, and in Yemen, you know, those days they kept coffee beans for drying under the sunlight. Okay, now Baba Buddha, he simply took some coffee beans in his hand, and then he opened it. So there was only like 7 coffee beans. And you know, guys, how he brought those 7 coffee beans to, you know. It's a very, very interesting thing. That's why guys know that story is very famous actually. So he kept those 7 coffee beans in his long beard. He hides in his long beard, and then he entered India. Then he roamed all over India, but you know, guys, he couldn't find place of coffee for planting. And then he directly goes to Chikmagalur. So there he finds some hill stations, and then he planted over there. So guys, now if you go to Chikmagalur, there is a place we call that like Baba Budangiri. नाम का जो हिल स्टेशन है, it's a tourist place. And you guys, Chikmagalur coffee is very expensive, just because you know India's originated coffee is from Chikmagalur, Baba Budangiri. So Giri means what? It's like mountain, pahad, peak, hill, parvat, shikar, right? So guys, my question is now, which coffee beans are stolen? Robusta or Arabica?
Arabica.
Exactly, because I told you before, here it is Robusta, but in Chikmagalur that is Arabica. But when he is stolen, right, by the time this Arabica coffee breed name was Kent earlier. So did you notice one thing, you know, in Cafe Coffee Day, you know, they mentioned coffee Arabica Kent, okay? Hello. So, that earlier that Arabic coffee breed name was Kent. So did you notice, you know, in Cafe Coffee Day, they mentioned coffee Arabica Kent actually. Okay, Arabica Kent. See here, Yemen, it's Arab country, Arabian country, and then they named as Arabica. So first time that guy, you know, Baba Budan, he introduced in India in 1670s, 1670. So before 1670 there was no coffee in India, no one knows about coffee. After 1670, in India people slowly aware about coffee. But as a drink they used in 1553. Which means, guys, after 120, 130 years, guys, coffee came to India. So later what happened? Yeah, but as a drink they used in 1550. It means, after 120, 130 years, coffee came to India. So later on what happened like 150 years ago, so British people they commercialized here, okay? I mean they brought it from Ethiopia, both Robusta and Arabica, then they commercialized here. Because earlier, British people they ruled here, I mean they like very much colder climatic conditions, they lived in hill stations only, so they wanted to keep their body warm. That is why they planted more of Robusta here. Actual guys, Coorg is not a coffee city. Actual coffee capital, coffee city, Chikmagalur, Baba Budampati production is more. That is why we call the coffee city, coffee capital like that, okay? And they harvest like manually, no machine, nothing. We just spread some cover under this tree, okay? And you can see the bunches of coffee, right? Like this first of all. So we just pull like this by hand, okay? By the time, guys, some of leaves also just comes out, we just separate that leaves, then just wrap it, and then just put it in the bag, and then just wrap. So rest of things are done by machine. Up to dry, guys, everything will be like a manually. So guys, so this is about coffee. So do you have any doubts about coffee?